Hello and welcome to Gus McDowell Strategy and Tactics, and thank you to our subscribers. Today we're playing Sonalyst Combat Systems Fleet Command, an operational level naval combat simulator. Please remember to like the video and subscribe for more great strategy and tactics content. And if you want to show your support with a donation, the links to PayPal and Patreon are in the description. In this campaign, Oil and Water, we look at a series of fictional naval operations undertaken by America and its allies in the Middle East, in the alternate 1990s world of Fleet Command. In this scenario, he's at it again, US forces conduct battle group operations in the Persian Gulf. In the last episode, Iraq prepared to invade Kuwait, and Iraqi and Iranian air forces launched air assaults against Kuwaiti and US forces. All sides suffered losses, with the US losing 2 Hornets, a Prowler and a Seahawk helicopter. In this episode, US forces continue the defensive counter-air battle to protect US ships and destroy the Iraqi and Iranian air forces.
Killing track 4, 3, 2, 6. Affirmative out. Burst away. Track 4, 3, 2, 6. Kill track 4, 2, 9, 1. Will do. Roger out. Missile away. Track 4, 2, 9, 1.
USS Ross continues to target inbound air tracks with SM-2 surface-to-air missiles. 4 missiles outbound. A Kuwaiti Hornet launches an AMRAAM.
Slash track 4, 3, 2, 6.
The first SM-2 destroys an Iraqi Su-24 Fencer. Ross fires again.
Engage track 4, 3, 1, 5. Will do. Out. Weapon away. Track 4, 3, 1, 5.
The Kuwaiti AMRAAM splashes a MiG-31 Foxhound. USS Eisenhower will launch another Prowler in less than 2 minutes.
Can do.
Eisenhower's Hornets move to a patrol position between Ross and Eisenhower. Another AV-8B Harrier moves into takeoff position on the deck of the USS Essex.
Killing track 4, 3, 1, 5. Will do. Burst away. Track 4, 3, 1, 5.
Another downed Kuwaiti pilot.
Hit toast. Taking track 4, 3, 1, 5. Out. Weapon away. Track 4, 3, 1, 5.
Another Kuwaiti AMRAAM splashes a MiG-31 Foxhound. The Tomcats launch an AMRAAM.
Track 4, 3, 1, 5 is history.
The Su-24 Fencer is destroyed over the northern Gulf.
Killing track 4, 2, 9, 1. Will do. Weapon away. Track 4, 2, 9, 1. Engage track 4-3-5-4. Roger, out. Weapon away. Track 4-3-5-4. Missile away. Track 4-3-9-5.
Ross now launches more SM-2 at every remaining suspect hostile air track. Meanwhile, in the last episode, USS Seawolf launched a Mark 48 ADCAP at an unknown target. It destroyed an Iraqi submarine, the SSK Tarek. Tarek now lies on the seafloor in almost 200 feet of water.
Affirmative.
Eisenhower orders another Seahawk to launch, and 2 more to prepare.
Permission to launch aircraft. Out.
5 suspect hostile tracks remain.
Killing track 4409. Affirmative. Burst away. Track 4409.
The SM-2 closes, but misses.
Slash track 4354.
The next hits, but a Beechcraft turboprop. Yes, full of Iranian military officials returning to Tehran, but still technically a civilian aircraft.
Engage track 4409. Welcome. Weapon away. Track 4. Taking track 4334. Roger, out. Weapon away. Track 4334.
Undaunted, Ross continues to engage all suspect hostile tracks. No time to blink. The Iraqis shoot down a Kuwaiti Hornet. The pilot safely ejects. A MiG-31 Foxhound shot down. The pilot ejects. Ross fires more missiles.
Taking track 4401. Affirmative, out. Burst away. Track 4401. Killing track 4334. Will do, out. Missile away. Track 4334.
Down to less than 30 SM-2 in its inventory.
Roger, out. Roger. Affirmative.
The Prowler has launched and starts to jam the nearest hostile aircraft. The Tomcats and Hornets move closer to the coast. Another Kuwaiti Hornet shot down. US firms will pick up some good sales next year. The Kuwaiti pilot ejects.
Will do, roger, out.
The SM-2 all miss. Ross fires again.
Take track 4401. Will do. Roger, out. Missile away. Track 4401.
The Prowler jams the first target.
Roger, out.
The Kuwaitis down another MiG-31 Foxhound over Basra. The Foxhound detects the inbound missile and evades. A Kuwaiti Hornet fires more AMRAAM over the Shatt al-Arab.
Kill track 4401. Will do.
The AMRAAM splashes a Foxhound.
Weapon away. Track 4401.
Ross re-engages. The missile loses track and disappears into the water. One Iraqi aircraft remains airborne, against 3 Kuwaiti Hornets.
Take track 4401. Roger. Burst away. Track 4401.
Three more suspect hostile aircraft inbound. The Kuwaiti Hornets vector to intercept. The Prowler continues to jam the Foxhound.
Will do. Roger, out.
The American Tomcats move to support. The final SM-2 tracks the Foxhound. To the west, the Kuwaitis splash a Su-25 Frogfoot. The Frogfoot is a ground attack aircraft and may have been heading to attack the US fleet. The final Foxhound is proving hard to kill.
Taking track 4401. Roger. Weapon away. Track 4401.
Splash another Frogfoot. And the Foxhound. The unlucky Frogfoot is hit by another missile as it spirals to the ground. and a third, just to be sure. One more enemy aircraft, and the skies are otherwise clear. The Harrier moves west to identify an unidentified air contact.
Classify track 4353. Affirmative out.
The final Frogfoot is destroyed over the Iraqi desert. Enterprise's Seahawk readies to launch. At this stage, Kuwaiti and US forces appear to have destroyed the bulk of the Iraqi and Iranian air forces in the northern Gulf.
Welcome.
The defensive counter-air phase of the battle is complete. It is now time to move to the offensive counter-air, and then airstrike phases of the battle. Enterprise orders 4 Hornets to prepare for strike missions and come to Alert 15. Another Prowler can launch in advance of the strike package.
Will do. Roger. Out. Will do. Roger. Out. Affirmative out.
The Hornets and Tomcats close the Gulf coast. They will conduct offensive counter-air, in other words, a fighter sweep in advance of the airstrikes. The radar on the E2 Hawkeye is tracking 2 Iranian ships that remain to be dealt with. This is the Babr DD-61, an old Gearing-class destroyer operated by Iran as the Babr. She is 365 feet in length with a beam of 38 feet and maximum speed of 32 knots. Sensors include high-frequency active sonar, active intercept, surface ESM, visual, ship air radar long range, ship surface radar medium range, and fire control radar. She carries guns and cannon. This is the Olvand FFG-71. Operated by Iran as the Olvand class guided missile frigate, she is 287 feet in length with a beam of 25 feet and maximum speed of 39 knots. Sensors include high-frequency active sonar, active intercept, surface ESM, visual, ship air radar short range, ship surface radar short range, and fire control radar. She carries cannon, guns, and the fearsome-sounding Sea Killer 2 surface-to-surface missile.
Out.
Eisenhower tasks 2 Hornets to prepare for an anti-surface warfare mission and go to Alert 15.
Wilco. Can do. Roger. Out. Can do.
The presence of the now destroyed SSK Tarek prompts the Orion to commence an active search with sonobuoys. It appears that the Kuwaitis are already conducting offensive counter-air over southern Iraq. And splash a Su-25 Frogfoot in the process.
Return to base. Affirmative. ID track 4353. Affirmative out.
On Eisenhower, the Seahawk prepares to launch on its SAR, or search and rescue mission, to rescue the downed crew of the Prowler.
Will do.
The crew are in the life raft, enjoying the warm sun. An Iraqi SA-6 surface-to-air missile
Can do. Affirmative out.
misses the Hornet, but a reminder of the risks of offensive counter-air. Another SAM fired at the Hornet. Good intel. Chafe out. The Hornet is at 20,000 feet as the SAM slowly snakes up from behind. Flares out. Evasive maneuvers. Eisenhower prioritizes the anti-surface warfare strike for launch.
Green deck, launch aircraft. Affirmative.
Kuwaiti aircraft maintain their fighter sweep over southern Iraq.
Will do. Can do, roger. Out.
The American Hornets and Tomcats stay off the coast for deconfliction.
Can do, roger.
Eisenhower prepares to launch the Prowler in advance of the strike packages. The Kuwaitis splash another Beechcraft turboprop, carrying the provincial governor and one of Saddam's henchmen implicated in human rights abuses. Oh well.
Can do. Proceed to base. Can do, out.
The Harriers are running low on fuel. Essex orders another pair of Harriers to launch.
Launch aircraft. Will do out.
Wasp does same.
Get that aircraft airborne. Will do.
The Seahawk approaches the location of the downed pilots and commences visual searches.
Will do. Roger. Out.
They are located, and the helicopter moves in for the rescue.
Can do. Out. Can do. Out.
There they are.
Recovered pilot. Out.
The aircrew are recovered, and the Seahawk returns to Eisenhower.
Return to home plate. Affirmative. Out.
Another Seahawk prepares to launch. The threat picture in the Gulf is looking benign. No enemy aircraft over the Gulf. Kuwaiti air dominating the skies over Basra and southern Iraq. The P-3 Orion on patrol. 2 Iranian ships.
Can do.
Harriers launch from Wasp. And from Essex. The Harriers take combat air patrol stations and move to identify new air contacts.
Identified track 4493. Roger. Out. Can do. ID track 4508. Can do. Out.
The Prowler is ready to launch from Eisenhower. Before we finish, let's review the latest tasking. This came in during a busy period in the defensive counter-air battle. Immediate tasking received. Reconnaissance tasking. Intelligence sources report that the Iraqi High Military Command is operating from an installation near An-Nazariya, vicinity of 3050 North, 465 East. Send aircraft on reconnaissance missions to identify the location of the command post in use. This information is vital to the planning of strike missions. Let's mark that location on the map. Here, near the earlier SAM launch against the Kuwaiti Hornet. Neutral air, which is why we identify first and shoot later. The Harriers are low on fuel and return to land on Wasp. This is a good time to pause the action for now and come back to the operation in the next episode. In this episode, US and Kuwaiti Air Forces completed the defensive counter-air battle over the Northern Gulf, destroying all remaining Iraqi aircraft and their Iranian allies. Downed US aircrew were recovered. The Seawolf destroyed the Tarek, a hostile submarine, and the Kuwaitis conducted offensive counter-air, dominating the skies over Basra and southern Iraq. In the next episode, US forces must conduct a reconnaissance mission to determine the precise location of an Iraqi military high command installation near An-Naziriyah, and then conduct airstrikes. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe and donate, and stay tuned for the next episode.